Why, hello there, YouTube. We are back with some more match play commentary for y'all. I am joined by Brother Bear, the Highwayman, Kaiju King himself, DJ.
I'm so sad that I missed out on the pre-order thing for Time
Me
Stranger.
too, but that is.
Did you watch the trailer yet?
Yes, I did.
It's so good, man.
So good.
It looks so good.
I'm hoping they release more of those pre-order stuff, the collector's edition, but we'll see.
Chance.
Yeah. But yeah, if you guys are interested in the new Digimon video game, Time Stranger, pre-orders are up. So if you're interested in buying the game, playing the game, go check out the website. I think it's up on the Bandai official Bandai Entertainment website. So check it out. We'll be streaming it later when it comes out. October 3rd is D-Day. So mark your calendars. But in the meantime, you're stuck with us commentating some matches. We are back to some webcam matches just while we wait to get back on our regular schedule of things. So we figured we'd do a little bit of funsy stuff, get some decks that haven't had some love. So my Brother Bear and myself are going up against each other. I am playing UlforceVeedramon on the left. We got TJ playing Omnimon DNA on the right. Both decks who recently got a decent wave of support, either coming in EX9 and BT-21, which is just around the corner. So we're both super excited for these decks. Unfortunately, these are sort of the precursor versions of it. So sort of back to what we have to work with so far. But yeah, should be an interesting matchup. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Without further ado, let's hop right into the round. I know you are excited. Really so far. You are excited.
Yeah, all the Alter S stuff. Like, I've just been brainstorming so many things. I keep sending Ben so many different lists.
Yeah, the man has been cooking.
I'm pumped.
And I'm pumped for UlforceVeedramon. I'm so ready for UlforceVeedramon support.
UlforceVeedramon stuff's looking really good.
Yeah.
It's looking very good.
So I start off, I've got decent start. You know, we got training into a training, which is the good old classic. And I training again, pick up a scramble. And I pick out a Veedramon to go ahead and search, which is a great double hit there. Arrow V and Rena is not bad.
Yeah. I finally unbrick. I was kind of stuck for a minute. I do manage to draw into a Gabu, and I just drop a memory setter tie.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to generate tamers because my hand's a little gummed up.
Right.
Having the rookie though does help.
And here I'm stuck in like a little bit of a tough spot because the one choke is tough. I either have to commit to going up a line or playing out a tamer, but not both.
Right.
Which I think we can kind of segue into some of the support that we're getting in BT-22. You know, the new like Veedramon being able to play out, I believe, a tamer is huge. Just for that situation here where it would have been nice to just be like being able to spit out tamers a little bit more effectively instead of just hard playing them.
Yeah.
That being said, I was able to play out the tie for 2, gain a memory off of V, so I was able to keep turn knowing that you'll go to 3 and I could Evo in the back, so I try to do it as efficiently as I could. We got a little chip in too, so not bad.
It's good. Yeah, right now, I'm just trying to decide what I want to do. I opt to keep the Gabu in the back, and I just drop an Agu, just get some search, to try and like find some pieces I'm missing. I am able to grab the tie and then the War Greymon, which is pretty good.
Right, that's pretty good.
And then I go ahead and just Evo into a Greymon, which I won't get the DP boost because there's no Koromon, but I am at least 6k, so I still pop something.
Yep. And then you still choked me to 1, which I'm like, man, that's what it feels like, huh?
Oh, faithful.
Oh, faithful.
Oh, faithful.
We pick up a boot, or we play a boost to pick up a BT-11 UlforceVeedramon. So we're kind of just doing UlforceVeedramon things, as you guys probably see here, right? Just the reason why UlforceVeedramon isn't very great right now is just it's just too slow to set up. You know, having to hard play tamers or just Evo the line most of the time for the full cost in the back, I think is what sets it apart from a lot of the more meta decks right now. But we are definitely getting a revamp in BT-22, which should be super fun. Because I believe, yeah, because I believe it's the Veedramon that lets you play out a tamer. Like you mentioned, the Veemon and Veedra lets you have that protections, which I think is really, really nice. And then the Veemon being able to Evo for reduced cost also is really great for tempo and efficiency too. So there's a lot of neat like just quality of life stuff for Allforce that we're getting in 22. And we haven't even gotten a new UlforceVeedramon and a new Allforce yet. So exciting times ahead for any Allforce players.
So right now I'm debating on a play. Just trying to figure out what I want to do here. Okay.
So you go ahead and play out the Agu, suspend the EX, I believe EX4 Mat and Tide to gain a memory since you played out a
memory. And then I go ahead and I play out a Melga. Melga will let me go ahead and evo the Agu into a Wargrey. Going into the Wargrey, I'm able to go ahead and tap the Mat and Tide to just gain 2 memory and just kind of set up a decent board. Just kind of like threaten like a potential double ace. I knew with the 2 trainings.
Funny you say that.
I knew with the double trainings that I was in kind of a weird spot. Because I like you basically had everything you need to go up your line and do them and like get the memory, even if I choked you to 1. So my mindset was like, okay, I just need to try and set up a board that just kind of threatens an ace play. I know something's gonna get bounced, so I need to have 2 level 6s on the board. I can't just have 1. I don't have Miraculous, so kind of just had to do what I could.
And this is where So what you to talk about like the whole DNA play, right? This is where I was debating. Because I'm like, well, if I bounce a level 6, I could potentially give you what you'd need to DNA from hand. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. In hindsight, I've been like, well, if you did that play, you probably had the other one in hand. I don't think you would have played both of them out that way. Maybe a little bit of naivety there in terms of not playing this as often or against this often. But I'm like, my idea was to do, okay, well, you know what? I'd rather bounce the little guy first. So I don't kind of end up hurting myself in a way. So I didn't choose to play out a tamer earlier. We kept it at 2 tamers, so we can only bounce up to a level 5. So the Agu goes away. And then here I'm like, okay, well, I think I'm cooked. And I think here's where I realized like, okay, fine, Agu's gone. But even if I bounce the 6, you either have it or there's a likelihood that or Gabu's gone rather. And you either have the double ace play and I just basically am just forcing you to show me that you have it, right? And just call it a day. And if you have it, you have it. I'm like, all right, well, he does have it.
Yeah. So I am able to go ahead and bottom deck your guy.
Yep.
Nothing to delete, so it just kind of stops there.
Right. And here I'm like, you know what? I'm cooked if I don't do anything. So I kind of took your old advice of, you know what? If you're cooked, you might as well just do it. We full send it. We go Omni to bot deck the other one. I'm like, well, if he's got it, he's got to show it to me. And he does show it to me.
Yeah, I do have another Omni ace in hand. So I'm able to go ahead and go into again after you do your end of turn to attack. Yeah. I think it was a really solid play. Like if I don't have the other piece in hand, then I just lose my board. Like it's a good Hail Mary. And you put me to 5, which admittedly isn't like it's not
the worst thing in the world. And I know you would have to set up with nothing in back. So I'm like, at least Omni would live, do a check, and potentially do like 2 more checks next turn while I set up again.
Right. And yeah, so I just drop an Agu. I just get some search going. I am able to grab the tie. I can't grab any other pieces there, so I bottom deck everything else. The Omni, I was able to get a check in with it, and I was debating if I wanted to swing again and leave it suspended or not. But I wasn't too sure what I wanted to do. I do go ahead and tap the EX4 Mat and Tide to go ahead and gain a memory off playing the Agu. Swing one more check with the Omni just to get the chip in, because I was like, you know what, the Omni X is gone at this point. I'm not too worried about anything else, I don't think. So I just play Miraculous, spit out another Agu from trash, get another search of top 4, grab the Wargrey and the Tie and Mat from BT-17. And then I think I just go ahead, Evo into a BT-17 Secret Gray just to choke you to 1 and just try and threaten game next turn with a... honestly, my board's pretty nasty. My board is pretty gross.
Miraculous is tough. Granted, you know, like it's not really live right now. And I only have 1 memory. You know, no memory setter is tough. Crab comes out. I can give the stack blocker, which I'm like, yippee, blocker. I'm like, look at me. I'm keeping turn.
If you go Melga, you gain some memory. Or not Melga, Galga.
I wish I could go
all our Melga talk.
I wish I could go Galga.
So Melga brain.
But here I'm like, yeah, I'm cooked. Just end me. So we go ahead, just go V in the back, kind of accepting my fate here. I do like the Galga in this, because it is essentially just a 1-cost Evo. Also gives your stack jamming, which, you know, going up against like decks like Royal Knights and stuff, like you are swinging into big bodies, and All Force is only a 12k, so there are very likelihood that you could die. So having jamming in the stack is nice. And we see you go for game.
Yeah. Go to game 2.
Go to game 2. Yeah, I think All Force is a couple pieces away from being relevant again. I know we talked about some of the earlier like low end pieces, like with the Vmon and the Veedramon. I think. So, what would you feel like would be good in a new arena? Like, because BT-11 arena is probably as correct as you can make it tamer.
Yeah, she does a lot. Memory setter for sure. I think having an in-archetype memory setter would be massive. Preferably one that maybe does something similar to Zenith, where on play she just searches. So almost like a kind of a flashback to the old arena. I don't remember which set she's from. I think it was BT2 or BT3.
BT3, yeah.
Where on play you just grab a card with Veedra in name or something like that, where just have arena that's a memory setter that does the same thing effectively. That'd be really good. Just to kind of help with consistency. Otherwise, if she doesn't do that, the only other thing I could think of was maybe more memory efficiency with her, which is scary, but it would make All Force like pretty cracked. It would let them do a lot.
So here,
you see a pretty good start though.
Yeah, I do see a pretty good start. I have again a double hit. I have a training setup, so I'm like, okay, I feel pretty good about this start. But you also have a pretty good start too. Seeing the Mat and Tai early is huge, and then a Wisteria to also give you additional memory down the road is not bad.
I think at this point you were debating on going into a 4 to get some more search, but I think you just ended up swinging. Yeah.
Because here was the issue was I was just like, I don't want to give you a ton of memory, but I'm like, I could either keep going up the line or I could keep choking you to 1, knowing that, because I think you made the comments like, I'm kind of stuck. So I'm like, okay, if you're kind of stuck, I don't mind maybe just throwing out bodies, getting some chip in, and waiting for you to pass over like 3 or 4 memory, and then making a little bit more of an efficient play. Because that boost was also scaring me.
Yeah, I do go ahead and end up using the boost early just to make sure I don't give you too much memory when I play out the tie and mat, because my hand. So I was stuck. I believe I was missing Wargraves. I had Melgas, but I was missing Wargraves. You do swing security and hit another tie and mat.
Yeah, speaking of giving up a lot of memory, that is going to be huge.
It's a lot. It is a lot to have.
Because the problem, I think we talked about this after the match wrapped up too, right? Was that you have access to pretty easy deletion now with those 3 tamers out on board too. You could play out your big guy, and like if I float a level 4 or a level 5 and I don't get much benefit from that stack, it's just a dead stack.
Yeah.
So I'm like forced to build in the back. Yeah, you Miraculous, which is pretty scary for me.
Okay. Trick you to 1.
Man, this man really said, I'm gonna give you the choke.
Yeah, I feel like that's just kind of like what I had to do.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the only time I want to pass a lot of memory over with Omni DNA is when I'm preferably playing out something big. If I have like a good like
you're doing the play
counterplay. Yeah, basically. But even now with like my current setup, I can keep a lot of memory though, which is insane. I can gain 6 memory if I have a. Yeah, it's pretty gross, pretty nasty. So the Melga becomes a 2. So yes, I do play the Melga. I'll use the Melga to Evo into the Wargrave. Wargrave will pop the Vmon, and then I'll go ahead and I will tap all 3 tie and mats to gain 6 memory. So I just choke you to 1 again. And it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. And I'm like, I can't do anything but go up a line and just hope I don't die. But I'm like, I think I look at game essentially soon here.
Yeah. Nothing to grab back off the Agu.
Right.
I do go ahead and I'm just sort of like doing the math on like how much I need to swing to actually kind of threaten lethal. So I'm just kind of like debating my plays. I do go into a Greymon here just get the extra draw. I was trying to find another Wargrave because that Wargrave I have on the board is the only one I have, but then I'm able to go ahead and tap the Mat Ties to gain 6. So I Evo for 2 and then gain 6 memory. So I have the Melga and the Wargraves, which is pretty good.
And he's a pretty big guy, right? He's what, 8k?
Right? Yes. Yeah, he gets
and
the
then
plus 3,
Agu
so
is going to be +2, so 13. So this definitely allows you to just go for game here, right? Because you go ahead, swing, trash, restand.
Yeah, swing, trash, do 1 check, and then restand, and then swing and do another. So yeah, it did pretty good. It worked. It was
Yeah.
the big burr. That tie and mat is just so good.
Ty and Matt.
Um,
Miraculous is also, you see Miraculous and you're sitting pretty safely as Omni DNA.
yeah. Though I think one thing that a lot of people, because I know everyone's talking about the Alter S that we're getting for Omni DNA because of how generic it is, and you can use it pretty well in there.
Yeah.
But another thing to consider too is that the new Ty and Matt, the adventure one that we're getting, that lets you grab back a piece from trash on play, and then it has the exact same effect as the BT-17 Ty and Matt, where when a Digimon is played or digivolved, if you have a Digimon with Greymon in its name, you gain a memory. Then if you have a Digimon with Groomon in its name, you gain a memory. Like, having access to a whole other line of that tamer, like being able to run 6 like BT-17 Ty and Mats effectively, is insane. There's so much potential memory gain off of your on plays with the board, so it's gonna make Omni DNA very efficient in their plays.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's gonna be really interesting to see how these pieces fit together. Like you said, in Omni DNA and like traditional Alter S, like there's so many, like just hearing some of your iterations of the deck and what you've been cooking with, it definitely feels like a deck builder's dream with the different sort of pieces and things that you can do. So it's going to be really cool to see how things kind of actually play out and stuff. So should be a good time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let us know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Hit us up on our socials, which are linked down in the video description below. And hopefully we catch you on that next video. Bye-bye.